Okay, welcome back to our Oklahoma Life. So about a week and a half's gone by since we closed on the property. Everything was going smooth. We were getting stuff done. What do you call it? P.O. Box, 911 address, a lot of stuff. And then one of our estimates, we hit a major roadblock. And when I say major, it's a big one. So stay tuned. I'll show you a clip of our land right now, and when we come back I'll tell you all about our major roadblock and be totally transparent with what everything's costing us. So stay tuned. That'll be right up after this clip. Okay, it's Mike at Our Oklahoma Life again, and I'm at the property, and I managed to drive through the brush and the brambles and everything close to the top. So we'll give you a little peek at that now. I managed to drive my truck up here. Believe it or not, we mowed this down to the ground. This is where the house is going to be. We mowed it down to the ground just 3 months ago. And look at it now. So I'll give you a peek at it. A few trees, pine trees, lots of hardwoods, oaks. That goes up the hill back there. That's towards the back of our property. Probably another 300 yards past that hill is the end of our property. Up the hill, that's to the east. Very quiet, a little bit of a breeze. And that's to the south there. You can see the Kimichi Mountains in the background with the wind turbines on top of them. Not my favorite thing, but they don't bother me. It goes on way over there to the west. But this is our property from right about in the middle of it. We just have to get up here and get after it. Okay, welcome back. So after a week and a half, we've hit a couple of roadblocks, one major roadblock. And I got some notes here. So far, everything was going great. We got our P.O. box. We had our 911 address registered, which we had to have for our insurance. We've got quotes on our insurance for builder's insurance. We're also going to move our car, life insurance and everything to Oklahoma. We got a bid back from the builder, a little bit higher than we wanted. But we were expecting that with the cost of building materials continually going up. Just since we got the bid, the door prices have gone up, and that's only been about 5 days. So hopefully it doesn't go up very much more, or we might have to make some serious cutbacks, maybe size, stuff like that. So anyways, we went to an electric company, got on the schedule to have an engineer come out and tell us what they're going to do and how much it's going to cost us. Our electric co-op gives us 300 feet for free, and anything after that, it averages about $15 a foot. So depending on how far we go back, on our property, is going to determine the price of the electric. But if you're trying to estimate how much your electric's going to be, you need to call your electric company and ask them how much they'll give you for free and how much it's going to cost after that. And that leads me into the next estimate. We got an estimate from the excavation company, or we call him our dirt guy, and that estimate was a little hard to take. I thought, I've never built a house before. I built 2 houses, but they were on land right next to the road. They already had water and electric. but I've never built a house out in a rural area before. And I thought, hey, I got 40 acres of land. They can just push some of my dirt wherever they need to, make a pad, cut in a driveway, move some dirt to cut in a driveway, no problem. Well, that's not the way it worked out. Where we were going to put our house, which we're going to move now, where we were going to put it was right at the base of where it went up the mountain. Lots of rock, big boulders. We would have had a different excavation company come in with a lot bigger equipment to move the boulders that were, just a few inches under the topsoil. So we're moving our house where we were gonna put it, which doesn't make us happy, but we can't afford $45,000 for dirt work, and so we're hoping to get it down under 20 by moving it 400 feet closer to the road, to a flat area, which probably only has about a foot and a half elevation difference. Our original area we wanted to build had almost a 6-foot elevation difference between the back of the house and the front of the house, which, since we couldn't go down into the ground and flatten it out, they would have had to bring in enough base material to raise that up 6 feet, which would have taken about 118 loads of base material at $240 a load. That adds up real quick. And so we're moving it. We're going to meet with our dirt guy this weekend and get a new estimate on our new location, which is fairly flat, closer to the road, which will also reduce our electric costs, because we were going to run the electric 900 feet towards the back of the property. Now we're only going to run it about 450 feet. So that'll reduce our electric cost. Our building cost, like I said, came in. We expected it to be a little bit high, and it was pretty much at our expectations. We're going to add about $10,000 worth of options, better windows, nicer front door, stuff like that. We are building a 40 by 84 foot long house, 40 by 60 living, 24 by 60 garage and small shop area. And plus we are building a separate shop, which is 40 by 60 with just a bathroom in the corner. Shop came in at $68,000. The house came in at just under $100,000. It's probably going to be $102,000, $103,000 with our doors and windows, the upgraded doors and windows. So we're meeting with the builder next Tuesday to go over all the final plans, which windows, which doors, where they're going to be, all that kind of stuff. So in that, both those buildings include the building, the slab, the insulation in the garage part of the Barndominium, and the insulation in the shop. So we'll have to finish out the inside. Oh, it doesn't include the rough end plumbing in the slab either, so we have to hire our own plumber to do that. That'd probably be another $6,000 to $8,000. So everything's not terrible, but it's costing a lot more than we thought it would. There's more things you have to think about. I mean, just because the building is going to cost you, $90,000, $100,000, but you got to think about electric, septic, water, all that kind of stuff. And we're lucky. I belong to the Choctaw Nation, so we're going to get them to drill our well and put in our septic system. So that'll save us probably close to $20,000. But everything else is on us. Well, they will actually give us a certain amount for a storm shelter, either one in the yard, buried in the yard, or like a steel and bolted to your foundation in the garage or in your house. So we're going to take them up on that too. So anyways, that's where we're at. Like I said, I'm trying to be really transparent, let you guys know what's going on, let you know what you can expect when you get ready to build a barndominium. I see a lot of people that they don't seem like they're taking into account the extra things, water, electricity, pad, excavation, all that stuff. So stay tuned. We're going to try and put out a video at least every 2 weeks until we really get to start building. There's not a lot to make a video on until we actually break ground. Just the process of getting everything set up, contacting vendors. I had to contact probably 17, 18 survey contractors to have our land surveyed, and it just either nobody wanted to do it or they couldn't get to it for 5-6 months. So yeah, it takes a long time, and especially if you're in a rural area. A lot of people don't want to travel very far. They want to do all the work close to their home, which I understand. And we live in our property is in a really remote area. The closest town to us is only 151 people. The next one is, the next one over is, right at 1,400 people. The one the opposite direction is about 900 people. It's an hour and 15-20 minutes to go to Walmart. So it's quite rural, and it's going to be a big change, but I think we're up to it. So stick around. We'll be putting out videos every week and a half to 2 weeks, and once we get to really building and breaking ground, having things go up, road, dirt work, whatever, we will try and put one out every week and keep you updated. Hope this helps, and we'll see you on the next one.